on the other hand, locked in place automatically, that becomes deadly. I plunge that into an artery. I give it a twist. You're going to bleed out on this stage before you can get to the hospital. I'm not going to do that, don't worry. Deadly, and now safe. As I said, you're going to be the eyes for the audience. This first one's going to go in this envelope just like that, safe. I will peel this off, fold it in half like that. Just feel it, but don't bend it. Just make sure there's no blade in there. No blade? Let's do another one. This one's going to be deadly. That means we're going to leave the blade out. So the blade stays extended. And again, I'm going to fold it over like that. I couldn't even close that blade if I wanted to. There's no place for it to go, but you can feel it in there, yeah? And just for giggles, let's make another deadly one, Joanne. Deadly, yeah? Good. Once again, I'm going to ask you to feel this blade. Deadly? Yeah. I have 2 envelopes. These should be safe. Feel them? Safe? Total of 3 safe, 2 deadly. Have a seat. I'll get back to you later. Thank you very much. I'm going to mix these up so nobody knows which is which. I don't even know which is which. It's not going to make any difference for me. Because I'm not going to select the knives. 5 of you will be doing that. If you help me in any manner in the show here this evening, any manner at all, stand up for me, please. Stand up. If you were part of the show in any way whatsoever, stand at the very end. Yeah? I am going to have you 2 switch. And I'm going to have you 2 switch. And I think that will work. You're going to be number 1. You're number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Remember your numbers. In a minute, I will call your number. When I call your number, you're going to come over here. You're going to look at these knives. You will do nothing till I tell you to. But the moment that I tell you to, you'll reach down. You'll take a knife by the handle end. That's the end that's closest to you. That's crumpled, right? Keep the blade end away from your body. Put it behind your back. Don't cut yourself in the leg. Don't stab yourself in the back. Once it's behind your back, always hold the blade away from your body. That way, if you happen to trip, you just let go. The knife will fall away from you. You will be absolutely fine. Don't press it against your back to try to find out if you have a deadly or a safe blade. Because those deadly blades are very sharp. You will end up with a little hole in your back if you do that. I will not be responsible for that. I've warned you. Also, if it's a safe blade, you're going to bend it over. You're going to bring it out. It's going to be all floppy. It's going to look silly. Everybody here will know you have a safe blade. And they will also know that you are solely responsible for ruining my last demonstration of the evening. It is so important that you don't attempt to find out if you have a safe or deadly blade. You're going to give me your word. Say, I promise.
I promise. I promise.
You've all promised not to find out if you have a safe or deadly blade. And unbeknownst to you, you've also agreed to possible manslaughter. Involuntary manslaughter still. Now, I don't know the order of these blades, but I do know this. I had a premonition last night, and in that premonition, I knew which knives I need each one of you to select. And I'm going to do everything in my power to try to get you to choose those knives. Whether my premonition is correct or not, I don't know. There's envelopes that decide literally whether I live or whether I die shortly. Number 1, come on over here. Don't do anything until I tell you to. Step a little bit closer to the knives for me, please. Where are you from? Tell everybody.
Tennessee.
Tennessee. You know all about knives in Tennessee. Go ahead and take a knife. Good. Put it behind your back. That did feel like a free choice to you, did it not?
Yes.
But I'm going to tell you that it wasn't. The moment you came up here, I stepped in your personal space to make you feel uncomfortable. But you're a lot bigger than me. It takes more than that. So what I did was I moved you forward and pointed you towards the knife I wanted you to take. But I needed more than that. So I kept touching you over and over and over to make you more uncomfortable. And the last minute, I touched you on the breast and I pointed at the knife and you took it. Could not help yourself. Everybody does it. So here's the thing. You can stay with that knife, or you can change. But keep in mind, everything I've just said might be total BS. What would you like to do?
I want to change.
Go ahead. Good. Step all the way over there. Thank you very much. Go join Brittany. Hi. And move that knife off to the side right there. It's still in play. I won't touch you on the breast like I did him. Come stand right over here if you will for me. Tell everybody your favorite ice cream. Bubblegum. Anything sprinkled on it?
No.
Go ahead and take a knife for me, please. You saw that, right? I pointed at it and she took it. She couldn't help herself. All I had to do was distract her for a little bit, point, and she took it. You can stay with it, or you can change. Choice is yours. What would you like to do? Step all the way over there if you would. So far we've used psychology. I'm now going to use faith or spirituality. Are you a religious man?
No.
No. I can make that work for you. If you were a religious man, that would signify a cross, and that's where Jesus would be. So not being a religious man, let's see if you take Jesus or not. Go ahead. Did say I'm going to use everything in my power. You didn't take Jesus. But you know that that's not really. You know those are just words, right? You know that's an envelope and that's just a knife inside it. You can have that one if you want to. It means nothing. That's the one. Step all the way over there for me, please. I'm going to try to take myself out of the equation now. Come on over here. I have a coin. One side says heads, one side says tails. Heads and tails. In your head and only in your head, designate one of those as heads and one as tails. Have you done that? Do you want to toss the coin or should I toss it? You don't want to drop it, do you, in front of all these people? Heads it is. Would you take the one that you designated as heads? Step all the way over there. So now we're left with destiny. They've taken all the other knives, you were left with one knife. You are destined to have this knife. Would you come over here and take it for me, please? And go join everybody else. Thank you. Hi, Joanne. Come on over here. Beside this envelope, there's a, oh, there it is, a piece of paper. Take it out for me, please. Open it up all the way. And a loud voice towards my mic. Would you read off what it says?
1 and 2 deadly.
1 and 2 deadly.
3, 4, and 5 safe
3,
knives.
4, and 5 safe knives. Thank you very much for helping me out. You get a round of applause. Be careful as you step down. 1 and 2 deadly. Now I get number 1 and number 2 to step behind everybody and go back to the other side of the stage. Number 1 and number 2. What number were you? Oh. What number were you?
He's not doing
5.
it at
Okay.
me.
Okay. You went to that end. All right. I see what happened there. Okay. Step right over there. You 3 are going to stab me with your knives. There are some rules to
Thank
this.
you,
Number 1, you
Lord.
cannot stab me below the
I thought it
belt.
was
Number
gonna
2,
be
it's a deadly blade. When it goes in, you leave it in, you don't pull it out. You let the paramedics pull it out. You call the paramedics. Number 5, since you're way back there, would you come around here, please? Yep. I want you to step around over here, behind the table. Hold your knife above me as if you were going to stab me. We don't do anything until I tell you to. Hold it right about here. Step back just a minute. All the way back. You can put your hand down for a second. I just want to point out that I just gave him deadly blades. He doesn't know if he has a deadly blade or not. And yet I say, come on over here. And because he's a mentalist and he performs in mentalism, he has absolutely no problem doing that in front of a room full of Las Vegas people. What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas is what he's thinking. Hold your knife above me. If you're going to stab me right here, on the count of 3, you're going to stab me, you're going to stab me hard. If it's a deadly blade, I need it to go in quickly. I don't want it to tear, okay? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Give him a round of applause. Thank you very much for helping me out. Step up stage that way for me, please. Thank you. One down. All the way, keep going. Step off stage for me. Yep. Yep, number 5. Yes, keep going. Thank you. The gentleman right here, come on over here. Hold your knife above me as if you're going to stab me. You don't do anything until I tell you to. When you stab me, I need you to stab me a little harder than the last gentleman did, okay? On the count of 3 right in there, it's a deadly blade, you use it in. 1, 2, 3. Give him a round of applause. Thank you very much for helping me out. If you'll step off stage that way, thank you. 2 down, 1 to go. There are 2 times that was got killed doing this, and this is what happened. They switched blades after they selected them. Now, I forget what knives you're going to select, not what you're going to do with them after you select them. So even though my prediction was 100% correct, I almost got killed for my efforts. Would you come stand right over here? Would you 2 come stand right over here? You see, their body language gave them away. I knew in those situations they had switched knives, and I asked them, I looked them in the eyes, and they lied to me. They lied to me, but I can tell they were lying. Their eyes dilated just enough. Did you switch knives with either one of these 2 people? Step back here just a little bit. Did you switch knives with the lady? Did you? I think you're all telling the truth. I predicted yours would be deadly. May I have it, please? If you'll step off the stage that way, thank you very much. Thank you. So the question is, do you have a safe blade or do you have a deadly? Would you put your knife there, step over there? May I have yours, please? If you'll go off the stage that way, be careful as you step down. Yes.
No.
I know, right? That's this weird thing. I lay it on the table and you don't like it, but I put my hand over it and it's like, oh my God, I cannot watch. I am the first mentalist ever to do a Russian roulette with knives. The very, very first one. Since that time, thousands of magicians have copied, and many of them have failed. Go to YouTube, go to Vimeo, type in knife roulette. You can see they've taken their hand, held it over a knife, a nail, a piece of glass, slammed it down, it's gone right through their hand. Some night, this is going to fail for me as well. If it's tonight, please do not put it on TripAdvisor. Now tonight, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very, very much. Keep the applause going for yourself. You are truly the stars of the show. Without your help, your cooperation, none of this would have been possible. Thank you very much.